friends. Welcome to Story Behind Podcast. This is the show for people who love hearing a good story and who believe the world could use more positivity. We're the team behind GodUpdates and God2, and we hope these weekly short stories will brighten your day.
Pen pals who never stop writing finally meet in England after 51 years. Written by Heather Riggleman, read by Julie Provost. Pen pals who never stop writing finally meet in England after 51 years. I can't believe how incredible this story is. It's the kind that movies are made of. When Debbie was just 11 years old in Oceanport, New Jersey, she licked the flap of an envelope and mailed off a letter. She didn't know that her words, written in the scrawl of a little girl, would cross an ocean and land in the hands of another 11-year-old girl named Jane in Sittingbourne, England. She didn't know that one small act, a letter sent through a children's TV program called Big Blue Marble, would spark a friendship that would last 51 years. It started out as telling each other about our lives as girls, Debbie remembers. Then it became about high school, then marriages, jobs, children, all of it. Letter after letter, in different seasons of life, the envelopes carried laughter, secrets, prayers, and the stories of two lives growing up worlds apart, but somehow side by side. In an age long before instant messages or emojis, friendship was written with ink, sealed in envelopes, and delivered with the sound of a mailbox clanging shut. There was a certain holiness in the waiting, and seeing handwriting loop across paper, and touching words that had been touched by a friend on the other side of the world. Letters that carried more than news, they carried presence. Over the years, their letters grew pure as life grew fuller. But even as their communication shifted to phone calls, then Facebook, and eventually WhatsApp, one thing that never changed, the steadfastness of a friendship God has woven together, thread by thread, across 3,500 miles. When Jane reminded Debbie that they had reached their golden anniversary as pen pals, Debbie laughed and said, "I needed to take a trip to England." Jane's response was instant. "Yes, you do." And so, this past August, Debbie packed her bags, took her daughters by the hand, and flew across the ocean to meet Jane. The moment Debbie walked towards Jane in London, her daughter, Kimberly's camera caught what words could barely hold. Two women embracing like sisters who had always belonged together. "To think they've been friends for over 5 decades but never actually met, it's crazy," Kimberly said, shaking her head with joy. Jane whisked Debbie and her daughters around London, from Buckingham Palace, several places in between, including landing at a table at Hard Rock Cafe, where Debbie pulled out the old letters she saved all these years. "I did wonder how we would get along in person," Debbie admits, "but it truly was like being with an old friend. And isn't that just like God, to plant someone in our lives at 11 years old and let their faithfulness become a steady thread running through decades, to remind us that true friendship isn't measured by miles, but by the way love endures." In a world that moves too fast and scrolls too quickly, Debbie and Jane's story whispers to us that some of the best gifts are written slowly, carried faithfully, and held in the hands of those who never let go. Because sometimes what starts as a child's letter becomes a lifelong promise. I see you, I hear you, I'm with you, even across oceans, even across 51 years. Proverbs 17:17. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity.
You know, the Bible tells us, "I will bless those who bless you." That's not just a nice sentiment, it's biblical prophecy. And it's a commandment from God, it's a calling, and right now we're called to act. The teachings of the New Testament are deeply intertwined with the Hebrew Scriptures. As Christians, we are called to honor and respect this shared heritage. The Apostle Paul reminds us in Romans 11:18, "Do not consider yourself to be superior to those other branches. If you do, consider this. You did not support the root, but the root supports you." Supporting the people of Israel is more than a belief. It's a biblical mandate. By partnering with the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews, IFCJ, we can live out this calling together. Just as the fellowship blesses God's children, we know that you will be blessed too. Learn more about the fellowship and how you can live out your faith, bless Israel, and be blessed in return. Visit ifcj.org today. Again, that's ifcj.org. Be the blessing, live the word, answer the call.
One of the most important and sometimes uncomfortable questions church leaders ask is, am I being paid fairly? Or maybe it's, are we paying our team fairly? Church Salary just released a new digital tool designed to help ministry leaders answer this very question. Within minutes, you can get a clean, high-level look at fair pay for your specific role with their free salary report preview. Yep, I said free. Here's how it works. You enter your role, your church size, your location, even your years of experience, and Church Salary instantly generates a ministry-specific salary report preview just for you. And the best part, every report is based on real data from churches and employees across the country, something no other generic salary calculator is built on. So if you ever wondered what fair pay looks like in ministry, visit churchsalary.com/report to get your free preview report today. That's churchsalary.com/report.
You may not know this, but the Salvation Army not only helps with physical needs, we also help with spiritual needs. One of the ways we do this is through our network of Christian podcasts. One of those shows, Words of Life, is a 15-minute weekly show, and beginning this November 16th, we'll be joined by author, professor, and podcaster Jason Thacker as we discuss all things AI and technology through the lens of our faith. Listen on your favorite podcast store or visit wordsoflifepodcast.org.
After 50 years, man reunites with brother taken from his mother's arms through a train window. Written by Julie Provost, read by Julie Provost. Peter Macdonald from Lancashire, England, was reunited with his older brother after a 50-year separation. When he was a baby, he was taken from his mother's arms by his father through a train window. He never saw his mother or brother again. Peter, a house painter, 58, was only 10 weeks old when he was taken from his mother and older brother Trevor, who was only 2 years old at the time. Peter then ended up growing up in foster care. Peter's father took them from a train at Preston railway station. He also tried to get Trevor too, but the young boy was standing behind his mother. Peter was 7 years old when he discovered Trevor's existence, and he has been searching for him ever since. Trevor's been on my mind for over 50 years, he says. He has 2 daughters of his own and 4 grandchildren. Because he was looking for his brother, Peter went on the UK television show Long Lost Family. On the show, the host helped track down missing loved ones. The show's research team was able to find Trevor. Trevor, a 61-year-old carpenter, met the host of the TV show, Nikki Campbell, and shared a bit about their mother, who had passed away in 2008. When she got very ill, she started to talk a lot more, open up a lot more. She did say to me, "Find him, look for him," he shares. He also mentioned that she was a strict person and that their finances were tight. He had also known about Peter since he was 9 or 10 years old, but his mother did not speak about him too much. When Peter learned that Long Lost Family had found his long-lost brother, he broke down in tears. He then traveled to London to meet him. They met on their mother's birthday. What a wonderful reunion for the brothers to reconnect after 50 years. The two plan to see a lot of one another going forward. I'm going to be coming up or down to see him as often as I can, Peter shares. Although the two were separated many years ago, the brothers can now be in each other's lives as often as they choose. And what a major blessing that is. And you shall rejoice in all the good that the Lord your God has given to you and to your house, and you and the Levite and the sojourner who is among you. Deuteronomy 26:11.
Thank you so much for listening to Story Behind Podcast. We're really glad you joined us for this week's story. To see photos and videos that may have been referenced in this episode, check out the links in the show notes. And if you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe to our podcast, and please tell a friend about us. We'd also love it if you'd rate us and leave us a review. It really does help more people find us. Story Behind is a Salem Web Network production.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, planning your finances is bigger than just money. We help you put your plans into motion and faith into action so you can do more for the ones in your heart. Because sometimes all you need to make a difference is someone to help you make it happen. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.